number one of human health: trans fats. Trans fat is a man-made fat. It is artificially created when food manufacturers turn liquid oils into solids by adding hydrogen to extend the fat's shelf life. While trans fats offered companies a cheap alternative to frying oil, they also created a new health concern, adversely affecting humans by reducing the amount of good cholesterol in our bodies while increasing the bad.
A human being takes fats that are high in trans fat and they sample their blood. They find that the LDL goes up and the HDL, called the good cholesterol, goes down. And therefore, government in the US and Europe have now required food labeling, and besides putting down total calories, saturated and all that, trans fat has to be written down, and the recommendation is zero trans fat. And so the world is now moving away from trans fat.
Nowhere in the world is fat a bigger issue than in the United States. Americans love their fried food, and lots of it.
Whiny, whiny. We say ni hao and whiny. Let's sing about fried foods in this town.
You would be amazed what they cook in hot oil. From fries to chicken and fish, even batter fried pizza. Big here has always been seen as better, whether it's buildings or burgers. But in New York City, there's no longer room for trans fats.
Do you like fried foods? Tell me now. Have a nice time.
It is the responsibility of government to assure that the food supply is safe. Artificial trans fats were an artificial substance that was added to our food supply, that the government allowed to be added to our food supply over the course of the last century. And that happened because there was not evidence on the danger of trans fat for human health.
And so, New York City's health department is on a crusade to drastically improve people's diets. It started by eliminating trans fats. Trans fat not only raises cholesterol levels and increases the risk of heart disease, it has been fingered as the major culprit in America's burgeoning obesity problem. The health department is tackling the issue head-on. They are enforcing a ban on New York City's 29,000 food outlets, prohibiting them from using trans fats. That means zero trans fats in restaurants, fast food chains, and street cart vendors across New York City.
Trans fats are part of that big white floppy fat that's in shortening, that's used for baking purposes. But trans fats were also used as fry oils because they had more stability and didn't become rancid as quickly as other oils.
Today, as the beef patties hit the grill and the deep fat fryers bubble away, palm oil is filling the gap left by trans fats. Its ability to withstand high cooking temperatures and last a long time in the fryer and on the shelf have made palm oil a big hit in the Big Apple.
I find the palm oil one of the best things we've ever discovered to use here. Prior to palm oil, we used very different types of oil. Palm oil seems to be one of the best things, giving us a clean product, great taste, and very unique compared to our competition. When the product comes out of the palm oil, the product looks fresh, golden, and clean. And taste, you don't get an aftertaste from palm oil. Some of the oils get a greasy taste. Palm oil gets a very clean and nice taste.
As night falls, the city that never sleeps comes alive, and thousands flock to the bright lights of downtown New York to savor the sights, along with some local cuisine. But as the crowds revel in the nightlife, across town, things are on the rise long before the sun comes up. Every day, it's a race among bakers to make the freshest goods for their loyal customers. Staples